welcome back to Foresights TV with me, Esma. The crisis in Afghanistan has reached a tragic juncture where acute malnutrition among children is leading to a heartbreaking humanitarian disaster. The ongoing conflict, compounded by economic instability and recent political changes, has led to severe public health crisis. With over 3.2 million children suffering from acute malnutrition, the situation has grown dire, with hospitals struggling to cope with an unprecedented surge in cases. This report delves into the heart-wrenching stories emerging from Jalalabad's regional hospital, where the effects in poverty and inadequate health care are starkly evident. It explores the causes of the crisis, the impact on families, and the dire need for increased humanitarian aid. Here's a special report from Foresights TV. Amina's story is a tragic reflection of the broader crisis. Having lost 6 children and with her remaining 7-month-old daughter, Bibi Hajira suffered from severe acute malnutrition, Amina's plight underscores the extreme poverty affecting countless Afghan families. The malnutrition ward at Jalalabad Regional Hospital paints a grim picture. 18 toddlers in 7 beds, their suffering exacerbated by the lack of resources and medical staff. The quiet suffering of these children, coupled with the silence of their mothers who watch helplessly, provides a window into the scale of the disaster. Bibi Hajira, once in the brink of death, represents a glimmer of hope amid the despair. However, the situation for many is far grimmer. Children like 1-year-old Asma, who succumbed to septic shock, a 6-month-old Umrah, who died of severe pneumonia, highlighting the dire conditions faced by most vulnerable. The hospital, struggling to manage a daily influx of critically ill children, reports that 700 children have died in the past 6 months alone, an alarming statistic that reveals the extent of the crisis. The healthcare collapse in Afghanistan is a direct result of political instability and international sanctions. With the Taliban's takeover, funding for public health care ceased, precipitating a dramatic decline in health services. Although aid agencies like World Bank and UNICEF have intervened, their efforts have been a temporary measure rather than sustainable solution. The reluctance of international donors, exacerbated by the Taliban's restrictive policies on women, has further strained the availability of resources. Despite these challenges, the commitment of healthcare workers at Jalalabad Hospital offers a sliver of hope. Dr. Sikandar Ghani and his team demonstrate unwavering dedication, yet their efforts are hampered by a severe shortage of medicines, facilities, and staff. The stories of children like Sardar Gul's malnourished son Mujib, who have shown improvement with timely intervention, underscore the potential for recovery if sufficient resources were available. The consequences of malnutrition extends beyond immediate health concerns. The UN reports that 45% of children under 5 in Afghanistan are stunned, a condition that can cause irreversible physical and cognitive damage. This stunting not only affects the individual children but also has long-term implications for Afghanistan's socio-economic development. Rubina's son Muhammad, who faced potential permanent disability due to stunting, represents the broader impact of inadequate nutrition and health care on the next generation. Aid programs that offer community nutrition and intervention services are critically underfunded. Despite some progress, such as the improvement of Mujib's weight with the aid of food sachets, the overall funding shortfall hampers the ability to reach and treat all those in need. The dramatic cuts of these programs reflects a broader international disengagement which threatens to exacerbate the crisis. The ongoing humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan, has illustrated by the harrowing experiences of families in Jalalabad and beyond, demands urgent and strained international attention. The loss of countless young lives due to acute malnutrition and preventable diseases highlights the critical need for increased humanitarian aid and support for healthcare infrastructure. While the efforts of local healthcare workers and aid agencies provide hope, the situation remains precarious. Addressing the crisis requires not only immediate relief but also long-term strategies to stabilize the healthcare system and address the root cause of poverty and malnutrition. The international community must prioritize Afghanistan, ensuring that aid is not contingent on political conditions but is focused on alleviating the suffering of its most vulnerable citizens. That's all for today. Thanks for watching Foresights TV with me, Esma.